What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel, and in this video we're going to be going over a new character that just got released in Multiversus. This is Lebron. We'll be going over everything you need to know about playing Lebron. This includes his strengths and weaknesses, a couple of combos, and a really awesome kill option to bring out people at around 100%. Towards the end of the video, we're going to be going over some gameplay where I walk through my thought process and which combos and moves I'm using. So definitely check out those parts of the video to see some live PvP gameplay. Before we get into it, if you enjoy the Multiversus content, don't forget to check out our Multiversus playlist, as we'll be making more videos on this game. Alright, so as of July 26, we can now unlock Lebron, who is a bruiser and a hybrid character, for 2,000 coins. Once you unlock him, definitely head to the lab where you can practice his moves. I recommend doing this for every single character, and my rule of thumb is once you can beat the hard level AI, then you could safely say you could try it out in PvP. Now in this video, we're not going to be going over every single move that LeBron has, but only the important ones that you'll probably be using more often. So first up is neutral air. With neutral air, LeBron spins his ball around his waist, getting it an active hitbox to the left and right. Now the hitbox isn't the best, but it does cover a lot of distance horizontally, making it a really good short hop approach option. Now if you want a more vertical approach option, you can actually go with down air first and then combo it straight into the neutral air for a quick 2-hit combo. However, I don't use it that much as the down air hitbox is really small and most of the time is beat by other moves. Keep in mind that as you scroll through the character list, each character has a horizontal, vertical, or hybrid attack and movement style. You could kind of use this as a rule of thumb, as some horizontal characters are easier to land that down air with. Now it doesn't matter how you approach in the air, once you get to the ground, you then can do your neutral attack. This does the move shoulder check, and more importantly, it provides armor. This move comes out fairly quickly once you land, so it's a pretty good option when you're on the ground. If you want to continue the combo even further, you can do a neutral special, which will have you throwing the ball, and it's a decent ranged attack. Now I don't recommend using it that often, because if you miss your shot or your basketball goes somewhere else where you can't recover it, your moveset changes a little bit, which we'll go over later on in the video, but more importantly, these new attacks have less range, so just try to be tactical about it. Next we'll go over another combo which I think is even better. This is the forward air to the jab combo. The forward air has amazing distance, and again if you do that short hop you can go immediately into that jab combo. Now the good thing about this combo is that you can switch directions and it knocks enemies into the air. This is super important because LeBron's aerial game is really good. Again, not only is that forward air really good, but his up air is also really good. It covers a decent amount of range and is a great option to juggle enemies. Now we can mix up these combos. We can definitely go from neutral air to the jab combo, or neutral air to that neutral shoulder charge, which gives you armor. So definitely mix and match those moves as you see fit. Next, let's go over the most powerful part of LeBron's kit, and this is the forward special. This does a crazy amount of damage, is an AoE effect, and is hands down the best kill confirm option. In this training area, the lab, you can get consistent kills around 100%. Now depending on the map that you're actually playing, this might change, and enemies might have to be a little bit higher percentage, but rule of thumb, if the enemy is like around 100%, you should definitely use this move more often, either to get enemies in the air and possibly even bring them out. Couple things to note while using this move: you don't have to land directly on the enemy, because this move also produces a shockwave that travels along the ground, which is actually the preferred method you should be landing this move. Not only is it easier to hit, but it also does more damage as well. Now this hitbox is actually pretty big, as you can hit enemies behind you even if you miss the frontward arc. Finally, let's go over the ball mechanic. This is something I mentioned before, but LeBron is extremely vulnerable without his ball. His moveset actually changes when he doesn't have a ball, which does give options to some good moves, but mostly some bad ones. So in this example, when you do not have a ball, initially you can press neutral special, which will recall another ball. However, if this is on cooldown represented by the icon below your health, you actually have to hit the enemy with any normal attack to steal the ball and get the ball back. Again, the hitboxes for these moves are pretty small, but the best one hands down is the forward air. This hitbox is the largest and the one you should be going for to get your ball back. As far as the special moves that you get while you don't have your ball, your down special is actually pretty cool, as you put a defensive fence, which blocks all projectiles and gives you your ball back. This makes it a really great option for ranged characters like mages. Next, the side special is a shoulder charge, which is honestly really good. Unfortunately, it does not have armor, but does have a great active hitbox, honestly making it a really good ledge option. Now with the ball, LeBron does have some special moves that are decently good at comboing. However, they all use the ball, and again, if you lose your ball, you're at a major disadvantage. So you really have to make sure that you hit those shots. Alright, finally let's get into some gameplay. This first match is against Finn, who is probably one of the better characters in this game. Now he has a lot of combo potential, so yeah, at the beginning of this clip I'm getting kind of wrecked. I do notice that he is going for a lot of horizontal attacks. I'm really trying to approach in the air and not on the ground, where he has a lot of his combo potential and jabs. However, once I do my jab and get him up in the air, following up with those up airs are really helpful. Also, that shoulder charge when I am on the ground does go through that jab combo. So again, it is a really good cover option when I'm on the ground. And I don't know what he was doing there, but he just jumped off. Now here I'm mixing it up a little bit, going for those down airs straight to the shoulder charge to get that armor. And again, as Finn charges that high five, you can go straight through it with that armor attack. Now I'm noticing that he's doing a lot of those high five charge attacks, so this gives a perfect opportunity to do a side special by picking up on these behaviors that the enemy is making. Helps you land some of your attacks easier. Again, this guy's going for a lot of charge attacks, which for Finn does have a charge animation, so if you just space it correctly, you should be able to dodge them correctly. While he's doing that sword slash, we're going to capitalize on this and do another side special, getting some huge damage and more importantly knocking him up into the air. And while he's in the air, we're just going to keep chasing him down with some up airs just to juggle him and keep him from landing, and that should do it. Victory! This next game is against a Garnet. Garnet is free this week, I believe, so definitely try her out when you have the chance. In this game, we're back and forth. They won one and I won one. Throughout the set, I noticed that Garnet is a very horizontal character, so her projectile and more importantly her down smash, which has amazing range when you charge it up. So I'm trying to stay in the air while she does the down smash, as well as jumping over her projectiles, and then engaging with the down air. I really like keeping the pressure on Garnet, so that side A is really good for chasing, and for the neutral game I'm trying to do those jab combos to get her in the air to follow up for an air attack. In the past set, I've been juggling her a lot, so she is doing pretty good at avoiding my air attacks. And then she starts going for a lot of charged attacks. So for the most part, I'm just spacing it out and timing it correctly to go in. Just like that last example, as she does those charge attacks, it gives me the opportunity to go for the side special. And with that shockwave having decent range, I can easily hit her out of that animation. At this point, I see that they're kind of getting tilted because they are spamming those charge attacks. And again, to just space it out, and because their behavior is getting more predictable, throwing that ball out to cancel out their attacks. As you can see, I can get that jab combo off and put her back in the air and follow up with some air attacks. As she respawns, she's going for a lot of those jab combos. I do notice that the third hit in that combo has armor, but it does seem like that if I do my shoulder charge after, my armor actually goes through hers, so that's quite unfortunate for them. As I spawn back in, I see that they're going for a lot of jab combos, so much so that they have that attack decay. Finally, here's an awesome juggle right here all the way to her death. And again, this just shows the awesome potential of the aerial juggles that LeBron can provide. With that, I hope you guys learned something in this video. I'm sure there's even more potential for combos for LeBron. And honestly, I think there's a lot more of his kit that I need to explore. But I just wanted to share this with you guys to show what has worked for me. And hopefully you can incorporate it into your playstyle. If you enjoyed this video, please drop a like and subscribe. And hope to catch you in the next one.